Good morning. Welcome back. Here we are, Friday. Yeah. Sorry I wasn't here yesterday. I was being an extra in a commercial for an online bank in the United States somewhere. So I was pretending to stand in line for a rental apartment for the better part of 6 hours. Yeah. Um, but here we are today again. And last night I ran a quick poll just to see what kind of stuff to make, and air vehicle won, which is cool. Yeah, Friday. Uh-huh. Nice to see you, Anmy. Um, so yeah, lighter than air vehicle is what we're doing, otherwise known as a blimp or a dirigible, depending on if it has um, framework around the bag or not. And I'm not sure what this one's going to, so we're just going to call it a lighter than air vehicle. Um, All you have to do is look on the TV and find it, I guess. But the whole point of being an extra is you won't recognize it's me. I think they were mostly shooting like my chest area and down, and or me very out of focus, very close to the foreground of the camera as I was dirtying up the frame by walking in front of somebody back and forth when they were walking down the street. You know, stuff like that. Anyway, um, so we're in Blender 4, which means we're going to have a little bit of a harder time using human generator, but we can still use it for a person for scale, I think. It still works for that. Just the clothes don't work. Yeah, you get an error, but we get stuff. Great. So let's just delete the rig and delete the eyes, the teeth, and the lower. And at least now we have a reference person. Okay. Um, and we're going to keep the basic cube just to be different. Bring it up in edit mode. So now it's on the line. And I'm not entirely sure what I want this to look like. So I've got a couple of requirements. It's not unlike the vehicles and stuff we've been building for the last couple. Um, I don't want it to feel heavy and bulky. This came on the ship, so they're going to have to have made it kind of as transportable as possible. Come on. And yeah, so that's where we're starting from. I kind of wouldn't mind making it a little rounded too. Did anyone else but me not know about holding control down when you use the inset option? This is cool. Like if you do I and inset and you hold control down, you can drag it in or out at the same time, which is just cool. And I did not know that. So booyah, that's just neat. Um, found that out the other day. I was like, oh, that's cool. So I'd like this vehicle to be able to hold about 4 people, 4 to 5 people. Uh, Come back up, grab the guy, bring him over. And so it'll be a little bigger than this. If it makes me feel better, I don't know if it makes you feel better or not. You're like, I don't use your stupid tool, but I didn't know. Let's see. I feel like that might be big enough. We want it to have some room for some equipment and gear, and also, let's see, bring that forward and scale it in a little bit. Something like that. Um, and I'm kind of thinking of doing it sub D, which is to say, um, like that. Sub D modeling is when you model it based on, let's see, come on. Why is it not sub D'ing? It should. Oh, because I'm not in edit mode. There we go. Like what? There we go. So sub D modeling lets you edit the original faces still while being in a subdivided state. And inset SY and E. That's kind of neat. I'm liking that. All right, let's add our mirror, and there we go. Now we can edit either side on the mirror. That's cool. And here, what happens if I know what'll happen, but let's see how I feel about it. That will give us a bit more solidity. Yep, that's cool. So with sub-D modeling, every additional vertex you add further defines the shape, right? So you can see, like because I added that loop cut in the center, it's closer to its original. Yeah, it's definitely like a sleek whale. That's kind of what I was hoping for, the vibe to it. Very much so. And here, let's see, one. It gets a little complicated sometimes because you're like, I'm not exactly sure what I'm always looking at, and I'm not good at it is the other thing too. Like I don't do a lot of it. It's a skill. I don't do a lot of sleek, as you may have noticed. I tend to mostly make hard surface things that look very hard surface, but I kind of wanted to make it a little different. I think now that we've sub-D'd it, we want to make it a bit bigger. It's a bit higher at least, but I'm liking the proportions, so we'll make it a little bit bigger. Just so that someone can stand in it almost, particularly given that Phalanti are taller than humans, and there will be some of them on the crew. There we go. I already saved just before I started, even though it was just the empty cube, so I didn't have to do it in stream. All right. Yeah, I think we could go with this as our starting point. And then, so the other advantage to sub-D is if we turn it off, we still have our base forms here, which we can come in now, grab, duplicate, come out, and turn them back on again. Morning, Micah. And let's see what we get here if we do this now. I'm going to turn off sub-D, not on that one. Undo. There we go. Tab. Oh, did I not separate it out? I thought I did. P section. There we go. Now it's its own thing. Good. There we go. And now let's say E up and A S Shift C. Now I want to, which way we do it? SX that way. And O G Y. Get a bit more. I'm just trying something, which is, I mean, what I always do, right? I'm not sure that's enough, but I kind of want to try this sleek look. So let's see. Control here, Control A, rotation scale, select all A. Let's just see what happens if we do it this way. Shift Q, utility, panel cloth. And we go with 5 cuts. That should give us a starting point. That's definitely given us blimp in all directions. Let's undo that. Tab. I don't want to blimp in all directions. In fact, I want to take this, inset it again to like there. Q, S mark the sharp. Now, A, tab. Actually, I'm just gonna grab the opposite stuff. There we go. Shift Q, utility, cloth, cuts 5. Whew, jump it up. That's not what we wanted. Seam, angle. Weird. Okay, that's bizarre. Let's just undo that. But let's try keeping the same cut. See what it does. Cloth. Yeah, it's better. That's what we wanted. Okay. I'm gonna move it up, I think, but this is not bad. Um, kind of liking that as our shape. I like that it's kind of billowing out like that. That's cool. Um, let's cut 10. We're still very small. Like a funky hat. Yeah, well, I mean, basically that's what a blimp is, right? It's a funky hat of a gondola. Um, and we could change our shrinkage pressures. Minimum minus 0.2. Does that make it bigger? Yeah. Or minus 0.1, minus 0.05. And that'll bring it in a little bit, which I kind of like. Pressure, we can decrease our minimum to like 0. And that'll, again, kind of make it look a little less. But that's interesting. Margin, what if we get a 0.01? Yeah, I don't like margins on these, I think. Not so much. Noise, do we add a little bit of noise? Just a little bit of noise. Although then it's still, oh, let's see. Not F12, wrong F button. Go away, no, thank you, F9. If we remove the faces, do we have holes in it now? Yeah, we do. Okay, so we're gonna remove the faces, but not do fractal noise. That should keep it, yeah, lined up. It's cutting it from that. And we don't have seams, but that's fine. And none blows us all up like that. And I don't really like that. So, seam, we don't have any seams. Angle is better. Angle is definitely what we're looking for here. Mental note, never let mica on a blimp. Okay. Yeah, all right, I can dig this, I think. Let's go with it for right now. I think I'm gonna bring it forward a little bit too. Like that. I mean, it's different. I don't know if it's good, but it's different. I think it's a bit big for what I want right now. Let's scale it down. Hey, Charth. Um, I don't. Again, I have no idea what the actual relationship between um, lighter than air gases and vehicles are, or anything like that. So maybe it needs to be like 100 times bigger than this, but yeah, I don't know. Now let's see. If we join those together, what do we get? It does shrink it in like that. To this thing is still this solo. It does not have a hole. Okay. So if we do that, it does bring it in. Yeah, okay, we do get that hole. We don't want to do that. No joining. No joining. No joining. Okay. Unless we apply the subdiv on this now, which I'm not in a hurry to do yet. Anyway, I was just trying to think how we're going to connect the two together, but maybe we can work on that in a little bit. Making a lighter than airship of some kind. So basically, it's for my colony world, and this will be the vehicle that Scout Team 5 uses to go investigate things. So it's easier on repairs and maintenance and carrying parts and fuel than a full-on air vehicle like Jet would be, and it doesn't require nearly as much space is the concept. And they don't need to move fast. They're a scout team, so I think this will work. So that's the vibe. And I'm just kind of looking at it. Yep. And I think we're good. Let's just take these parts and move them over to gas bag and get them out of the way for right now so we can keep working on our ship. Um, and we can try. There's a new. Maybe I will apply it now that I'm like, am I going to? Yeah, I'm gonna apply. I think we like this shape. I think we're good. Maybe just a little bit more. Let's see if I inset that and then 3G, no, O, E, G, and add just a cool little tail fin down the bottom. I like that. I think that's cool. Save. Okay, so let's apply the subdiv. We can always do more. I suppose we could save the object. Let's do that. Shift D. Let's save the object, but turn it off. So in case we ever need to come back, we have it. There's a big chance of cables and possibly tubes and maybe even flanges. That is possible. Yes, that is. So um, I think it might even be likely. Oh, cancel. Shift Q. Or Q. Geez, Seth, come on. Apply modifiers. There we go. So now we have our boot, as it were. Oh, I don't like that center thing. That's annoying. Okay. See. Okay. Control minus. No. X dissolve edges. Goes to flat, which I don't hate actually. And it would go well on the top. Let's see. Don't hate it. Do I love it? I don't know. I'm gonna mirror it again and then apply that mirror. So I at least have a center line. And then 2. I'm just gonna see if I can do it this way to here. What? Yeah, okay, that, 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 that. There we go, and there we go. Actually, come on, Seth, you know the best way to do this. Shift hide, 2, X, delete edge. Yep, 2, and edge, bridge edge loops. Yep, A, M, distance. Cool. All right, so now I have it back and I have some vertices to play with again, just in case, instead of it just being one solid flat form. And I think that's better. Coplanar. Oh, come on. Fine. There, there. Inset a little bit and GZ and just bring it up again a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Okay. So let's select everything. And let's try, there's a new panel cut method in random flow that came out yesterday. Square. Let's see how we like it. No, not face rotation. Alt V cavity so I can see it. Interesting. Yes, I do kind of dig it. F9. Definitely don't need any more cuts. Margin 0.002, just to give it a bit more of a cut in between. I like that. Cool. Let's turn off cavity now. Doing some weird things right up here at the top, but I really like it everywhere else. So let's undo it and see. This top is weird. We're going to need to fix it anyway. That's the weirdest section of the vehicle right now because of the other stuff. Shift Q, panels, square, seed. And we still have our 0.2 margin. Did I keep it? Yep, that's better. Ooh, I really dig that. That's a cool shape. But that's a cool shape on that side. So when that happens, we just got to keep playing with the seed. Panel seed. Ooh, ooh. Now we're going this one. I like this. We're gonna mirror it that way. Oh, did it do its own object? Yes, it did, didn't it? Mirror it. Cool. Did Puerto Rico have Zeppelins? I thought it had mostly propeller vehicles. Tell you what, I really liked that movie when I was younger. Then I watched it with my girlfriend last year, and boy, is it like pedophilia rapey. It's kind of weird. Like I don't know, it made me uncomfortable. Um, to be honest, I was like, oh, this is such a fun movie. I'm like, oh, this is so rapey. Ugh. Um, there we go. Ooh, that's actually kind of neat. Does give us an inset. That's a little weird, but not a lot. Select this object. Hide panel. Good morning, Michael. We're talking about Puerco Rosso. In fact, honestly, a lot of Miyazaki movies are just a tad on the rapey side. Um, it's kind of a little bit weird. Once you kind of see it, you're like, oh, yeah, not super. Yeah. um, just move those up, and then K here and K. And they're certainly on the pedophile side, but that's just Japan in general. Um, like, but they're so pretty. Yeah, but um, they're also a little rapey. Um, tab. And I'm sure someone's gonna be like, because they love it, and you're not allowed to say bad things about what people love, even when it's true. Sadly. Um, select these ones, and I'm getting more than I need, but whatever. That should be good. And Alt E on normals. Can I do it? No. Shift D, Alt E along normals, and bring it in, and there we go. Cool. That ties our cockpit into our panels. And save again. Okay, so let's look at everything. Let's take a stop. This is where we're at right now. Coming along. I see nothing particularly majorly catching my eye as bad, which is nice. So, yeah. All righty then. Let's look at see if we can get some propeller engine-y type things into this, because we're definitely going to want some forward motion. Yeah. No, well, I mean, Japanese culture, at least when I lived there in the mid 2000s, was your most sexually attractive woman is about 14 years old. So all of your like Japanese Maxim style magazines, all the girls are like 14-year-old girls in bikinis and pools trying to look sexy, and it just fucking creeps me out, frankly. Not my culture, whatever, but um, not my thing. Um, did I bring? I thought I did. drones. There we are. These are the Kit Bash 3D drone kit. Size. Ooh, did they change? Oh, neat. Instead of small, medium, large, now you can just have a lot more. That's a Blender 4.0 thing. Cool. Um, I like that jet housing and that jet rotor both. I wish we could bring them all at once. Can we? No. Oh, maybe we can now. Let's see. No, looks like it did not bring them all as one. Well, that's fine. I'm just going to move this out of the way because it's just in my face. Um, Alt S, no, scale 10, scale a bit more. Cool. And it's set to vertical right now, which I kind of wish it was horizontal, but I think we can use it anyway. Um, we're gonna edit it anyway because I don't like that wing, but I do really like that jet. Very much so. Let's just kind of line it up to there. Uh, Oh no, no, Michael, no, it's not. Japanese are some of the most pervy cultures. This is one of the most pervy cultures on the planet I have ever experienced. It's not white people this time. It really is sexualized 14-year-old girls. That's just what it is. No, I want to keep that. I get what you're saying. I understand, but no, that's not it. Unfortunately, that's not it. Um, L. I want to keep that part too. Damn it. All right. X dissolve vertices. Okay, cool. Good enough. A little harder. L, 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 X vertices. Oh, yeah, it's intense. Um, so, you know, I don't know. I want to bridge this loop. Oh, fine, piss off. I don't want to see it the other way. Object, it's just hard for me to see right now. Oh, object there. There we go. Tab. F. Cool. There we go. And F. No. Shift hide. Okay. 2. Edge, bridge edge loops. Will it work? Reasonably so. Okay, I think that's all right. Yeah, I mean, that's what you can say about any culture. I'm not particularly picking on the Japanese on this one. Like, there are some things I like about Western culture. There's some things I really dislike about it. Ditto pretty much anywhere. So don't let me get like too on my high horse about that or anything. It's just, I find sexualization of 14-year-old girls really creepy. It's something that just doesn't work for me. Um, and there we go. 1, GZ. Too big. Thought it might be. We're not lined up perfectly, but probably close enough. Probably my fault when I imported them. They should have probably been imported as one object, and I did it as two. but it does give me more flexibility. That works. 7. Merit. Okay, so we have our jet rotors there. And my concept is that those can turn. So that would be forward thrusters as well. I think that comes across pretty well though. Is there anything else? And this is such an interesting kit that I don't use very often. Um, I don't think it did well for them. I don't even think they sell it anymore, the Kit Bash 3D folks. But um, do, 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 do. I like these gimbals that they have for the front too. I've used them before, but I think this is my favorite one. S10, S5, 1, 3, Alt G. Oh, that's too big. Okay. It's the drone kit for, they made they called it a drone kit, and it came out, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago. And I don't think you can still buy it on Kitbash 3D's site, but um, I think Kitbash 3D has found, not shocking to me, sadly, that there's a certain kind of thing that their people want to buy. And sadly, I don't often find it the kind of thing I want most. Sometimes I can have use for it for sure, but like, I want to make it a little smaller. But GZ, and I was contemplating just, yeah, this is where I'm getting lazy. I'm like, do I want to move this housing? Ooh, the housing is all okay. Yes, I do. Thank you. 1, 3, Shift S2, Tab 3. They did it right. The housing is a whole piece, I think, because now we can rotate it by the 3D cursor, right? And does it get the whole thing? Oh, yes, it does. Good. So I can line it up with my hull. Great. Now I feel better. um, Here's my gimbal shape. No, I don't. Cargo does nothing for me. I'd rather just use the asset kit from Blender. It feels like I get why they want to do it. The thing is, for investors, subscription services are way more appealing than one-off sales because they introduce consistency. So they're trying to build their company, and for that, having a subscription service makes a lot of sense. So they're using Cargo to drive that. But I would rather not use yet another, asset browser. I'm actually trying to get rid of all the ones that come over with these tools and just use the Blender one because I find it annoying to have a billion different places to find stuff. Okay, so we're not putting weapons on this thing again because this is a scout vehicle. There's no real need for weapons, and it would be kind of inappropriate, I think. Um, oh yeah, well, here's the thing with Kit Bash's stuff, though, right? It's mostly good for one of two things, either tiny components, which is what I try to use it for, or things in the background of something that you're getting paid for that it's not directly related. Like if I were being paid to design a cyberpunk city and I used those buildings, I should be fired because it's already designed. Like I'm not adding any value there. If I am being paid to make a cyberpunk car and I just put some of those vehicles behind for color, then that's okay. But you're basically paying for color. Um, so like this is okay because I'm kit bashing and I don't mind doing that. And generally the industry's pretty okay with that. But when you start just like using buildings, like what are you designing? What's your added value there? Okay, how do you get into this thing? That's our next question. Is there going to be a door? I mean, I don't know that I need to definitely design that, but we've got a cockpit. Um, I think our door panel might be here, right? Where's our guy? I just want to see how big it fits. Like it's small, but that's okay. Um, these could be our doors. Like it could fold up and in here, but that's a little bit weird layout for a door. Just fine. Maybe I won't care for at this level, but I would kind of like to think about it because that's just who I am. Honestly, just this front part could pop up and they could walk in the front entrance. Like that's also, you know. But you're probably going to want something for cargo. Um, yeah. Okay, I know what I'm gonna do. I think. Let's see. We're just gonna build it up a little bit. Cube. GY. Alt G. I want to do the center. GY. SY. Oh, go back to individual origin. GY. GX. Bring it out. GZ and up. And we're gonna shrink it down a little bit like that. Kind of want it to fit into that. That'll work. Yep. I think that's acceptable. We can even GX and bring it back in just a bit. And maybe up just a touch. Go over that. Yeah, I think we'll go over that line there. And then we can come down here a bit more. I don't want to cross that line. There we go. Yeah, the free texture, free model things are always a bit, yeah, I don't know. Sometimes, but only sometimes. Cuts, 8 segments. Actually, I don't just want that. I'm going to grab these 2. There we go. Okay, no, I like that. And then we can mirror it. It's going to make our vehicle a little bit more chunky, but not tremendously so. I think it's all right. Maybe a little higher. I'm just kind of trying to decide where I want to place it. Yeah, I think that's better. There. Okay. Yep. I like it. And that can be our door. I don't remember which side I'm editing, so we're going to edit both sides. 3. And again, it's inset. Select outer. I gotta remember what the key code is for that. Extrude in. There we go. And then 3. Control bevel just a bit. I want it very rounded on this shape, so I don't want a lot of those hard edge, ugly lines that I've been using other places. Hey, yeah, no, I understand. The game industry has been, yeah, just about like every other entertainment industry, unfortunately, lately. Sadly, minus. Okay, Control I. Now let's see if we can't. Panel or loop cut? Let's do panel again, because I'm liking these squares. Panel seed. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. And we've got our door, and I buy it as a door, at least for the purposes of like from like here, I buy it as a door. I could, just to tie it in a little more, now that we've got this thing, let's take these and EGY, and bring it forward like that. That's kind of neat, actually. Yeah, let's do that. And I wonder, let's see, what happens if we Alt X and mirror it vertically as well? Do that on the bottom. Can we even see it, or is it just gone? Did I do it? No. Let's see. Shift S2, tab, object set origin, 3D cursor. Sure. Alt X. What? Are you mirroring the wrong way? To mirror there. Let's see. Solo. I'm not on that object. Undo. What happened here? Where are we? There we go. Okay. Right. This object. Solo it. This object. Solo it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And it is mirrored, but that's okay. Is it mirrored on the Z axis? That should be. Is it just that it's not far enough out? Maybe it just goes in further. Yeah, okay, never mind. Like, all right. Yeah, it's gotten a little brutal, Micah. It's sadly. um, okay, so come here again, tab, to select these. Maybe just those two. This one, that one. Yeah, let's do them all. And Shift Q. This one, let's slice. Inset. 25. Cut it in. No, not yet. We don't want the small ones, I think. This one, this one, this one. Let's just see that. And depth. Come here. Bring it in. Why is it not? It's moving my cursor. That's the weirdest thing ever. Well, whatever. All right. That's fine, though. And there we go. All righty. Where are we at now? 43 minutes. Okay, we're doing all right. We need to attach our gas bag soon, though, and do some texturing, but that won't take too long, I don't think. What else do I want to, like, I'm torn here because I want to keep this one fairly streamlined, so I don't want shit tons of greebles hanging off of it everywhere. I want it, again, to feel like it was kind of put together from very efficient components later. I have no idea why it's moving my cursor. That's a bizarre thing, but I go hit the slider and it would jump to my other monitor like multiple times. Bizarre. Let's bring the gas bag back. I don't know, Michael. I don't think it's okay. I'm not gonna agree with you there. I think it's not okay, but life is like that sometimes, you know. Um, I refuse to go quietly into that good night. What am I on? There we go. Just trying something. Cool. Shift D. P section. Tab. Now A, E, up. Bring back our gas bag. S, Shift Z. Bring that out like that. Cool. And GY, and bring it back. So more in line with what we had here before. Alrighty. And there we go. and add modifier. That's right. I'm just going the other way. Wireframe. They changed our whole modifier section around, and it's cool, but no, that didn't work. Where am I on? This is the one I wanted to add wireframe to. Yes. Does that give us a connection that we like? I mean, it's kind of an interesting connection. I don't hate it. I'm not sold on it yet. Let's solo it. Are there cuts down the middle? Is that what's going on? Let's see. I think there are. Hide. Oh, come on. So let's see. Hide. Yes, okay, there are cuts down the middle. Faces. That I like better. That's smoother. Feels a little bit more intentional. Got rid of some of those extra weird things. Yes, exactly. So we have that. I'm okay with those being wireframes, I think. I really wish they would let you change the profile of the wireframe, because it's a little bit annoying that it has to just be the square. Because if I do a ooh, actually though, ooh, interesting. I do kind of like that this time. We increase the width of the wireframe. We take it to 2. That's kind of cool. No, I like that. All right, cool. Mhm. Very nice. One of those, happy accident things. Um, yeah, no, I definitely like this. It's hands down. That's good for me. No question about it. Face orientation. Yep, we're good. Cool. Let's just go into this sucker A, and let's slice it. 250. And I think we're gonna make it a bit bigger on this one now. Depth of 0.08. Yeah, just so I can see what the heck's going on. That looks cool. I think I like the busier side more than the less busy side, so let's mirror it that way. And unhide. Oh yeah, yep, that's cool. Okay. Save. That's looking like a neat ship to me, honestly. I'm really kind of happy with this one. um, yeah. Like shockingly, I'm happy. Let's see. Oh yeah, let's give it that extra cut. We're still not at many faces at all. Like this is very low poly, everything. We have been efficient today. And if we go object, shade smooth, even better. You don't even need selective on this one. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, checking it out, checking it out. Now this bad boy here. Yeah, it's kind of got a whale putting with something on its back vibe, but I'm all right with that. Um, can I select all the way around here? Yes, cool. And then all the way around here. All right. Yep. And then Q curve extract and give it a bit of a frame, which I think will help. Yeah, I think that does help. I think we want to do the same on the other sides, too, well, on the up and down ones as well. So we will give it the frame. So I guess it will be a Zeppelin and not a blimp for those of you who are into such things. That apparently is the big difference. I didn't get that one before. Weird. But I did. All right. And Q curve extract. Bring it up to like that. Cool. Yeah. Great. Great. Let's join them all together. Make sure they're the same size. There we go. And um, derp, 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 geometry, fill caps. We still have a little bit of a weird thing there, but I'm not sure I'm going to fix it yet. Yeah, I think I missed one. Yes, Micah was right, and I think I found it now. So, right, yeah, we are lined up. We don't have those there. Do we want them? Oh, we can just mirror it. It's fine. There we go. Now they're all gotten. Thank God for mirroring. Mhm. And yeah, saved again. So we got our gas bag. We got our stuff. I don't want many, but I think I will introduce a couple of hanging cables down here just for funsies because they look cool. I am with and me on that. They do look cool. Let's see, Q, Shift Q, cables, but not many. And certainly we're not hanging them down that far. Max 25. Do I care that they're mirrored? I don't know that I care that they're mirrored. I think it's fine. They look all right to me. Looks good. You guys. Oh, all right. Let's add some flanges. If we're gonna do cables, we gotta do flanges. That's just the rule. Or couplings, I guess. And let's make them a little smaller. 0.03, maybe 4. I just don't want it to be too, like I want it to be nice secondary read things, but not primary read things. That's cool. As were we all. Maybe let's take a chance now and start texturing it and see if that leads us someplace else. Not sure what color to make everything, to be honest. Let's see. Let's start with, first I'm going to apply some stuff. Now, if we're calling the modeling good, I don't think I can, is that still a, yeah, it's still a object, convert to mesh. There we go. And Q, apply modifiers. Cockpit's pretty straightforward. It's just there. Like there's not much to it right now. It's got a very, very simplistic cockpit as of right now. But let's see. Color. Yeah, there we go. I'll apply this too. And we'll apply that too, just so that we don't have everything. Actually, A, Q, apply modifiers. So that when it's UV, they don't UV exactly the same on both sides. Yep, yep, they're on the top. That's the cockpit right now. Might change, but that's what it is right now. Okay, bagging it is. Baggins! Everything's moved around. I don't remember where it all is anymore. Dude, come here. Real-time materials. There we go. And cloth. And we could go with silk. It's kind of pretty traditional for this sort of thing. It's not gonna be purple. And scale is gonna have to be like 500, right? Yeah. Color. I don't know. There's no reason it wouldn't be bright, basically. It's kind of what bright we want it to be. I think the whale is mostly using this down here as its sensor. I don't think it's actually trying to see all that much. Saturation. I don't know. I might do some just fun playing with it, but let's leave it just there for right now. And then, how dirty do we want to make it? I think we want to make it more clean right now. It's still kind of a new vehicle. We might add some dirtying to it though. Do I have a paint one that I've already, did I save it? I can't remember. I made one, I know, but I don't remember if I saved it. Well, let's see. This is just bullshit paneling on it. And we could go with bullshit paneling on it. It's not bad. I mean, I could live with that, I think. I think I'm all right with that, just to start with. I'm gonna hide our bag again. I'm gonna make this is part of our bag. This is probably gonna be part of, we'll call this part of our gas bag too, for right now. And these are definitely part of the bag, and part of the bag. Okay. So this thing, tab A, hue, cube projection. Yeah, see, because it's not mirrored now, it's not even, which I like better. I think that is good. This is part of the undership still, right? It still exists, I believe. Yep. And we can give it the same panel. Oh, I know that one. Yeah, it's for, I saw that. It looks cool. They sent me an ad about it. I don't typically do stuff that's that close up that I probably will pay for. And I understand what it's doing. It's kind of like I could do the same thing in materials, but it is neat. If like you want to put like thumbprints and things on stuff, that was cool. And right, I'm just gonna make everything gray for right now, and then we can ungray it if we need to. And then this thing right here, plus a sign, and we're gonna give it our window pane. Nice, that's all. I love it when you find stuff like that. You know, I would totally get that if I were doing more like up close prop things often. I think it's really helpful for that. Just not right now, but hopefully I will be at some point. Let's add that to the window pane. And then let's take this, 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 bevel them slightly, but just one. Great. And then Alt-E along normals. Just a titch. Can't go that far on that one. Okay, but that's fine. We'll just fix this. One. Oh. Connected only, just to make sure. And bring it in. So it's doing just that. There we go. And then 3. Okay. Control plus. Okay, don't need that, but fine. Assign that back to Sci Fi panel. I thought I got more to fix. I got one more to fix. Damn it. 1G. Good enough. We will Alt X and mirror it just to make it the same because I'm just obnoxious about that. And apply. Okay. Da-dum. Absolutely, he knows your high school nickname. Come on. Cube projection. Right. Okay. I actually really like that black. It's a complete happy accident, but I'm not arguing it. This thing here, what's our material? What does it say it is? All kinds of crap that it's not, because I didn't bring it in properly, but that's fine. This 3, let's try making that panel. No, I don't like it for that. I think we'll go with metal sheeting plain gray. It's a little grungier, but I think it's okay. And then this here, we're gonna go with plastic paints. We're just gonna try a medium matte. Yep. Cool. And it says it's a black matte, so fine. Let's go dark matte. And multi-drone A, I think that's that's the glass. Yes. Right. Yep. Which we can just give it a glass for right now, anyway. Cycles glass. Add material. Cool. Save. And nope, just worked out that way. I'm not sure with this black. This is where I'm not. This is where I'm gonna have some interesting things now. Let's solo that and tab, alt hide. There we go. We could leave that black. Do we want to? We might. Let's see. Plastic paint. I want to give it a little bit more of. There's no reason not to. This here. This is going to be metal sheeting plane. Let's try it. Sure. Yeah, we'll do that. This is also metal sheeting plane, so we'll just. Ugh, no. Delete this one. There we go. And sure. And what is metal green now? Oh, that thing. Just gonna make it gray. Let's try gray and see if we like it. Like a battleship gray. Seems to line up pretty well with that other color. And yeah, cool. Now let's bring back our gas bag, gas bag. And this is definitely going to need to be panel and tab A U cube projection. Okay, right. Um, let's go with the battleship. I think that was a cool color. Matte. Yep, also good. And this maybe battleship? Matte. Yeah, I like that. Then these are rivets, or sorry, are couplings. Metal or not metal? That's always the question. We go sheeting plain gray, and they're going to be, all right, that's not awful. Cube projection gives me UV. No, I can live with that. I think that's neat. And then here, again, I also might just go with battleship for right now. Matt. Yeah, I think that's fine. I did have an idea for the gas bag that I want to try. And that's to give it a little bit of a projection on it. How's the best way? I don't really think we don't care about the UV of that too much, but all right. I was debating whether I wanted to make a new UV or not, and I don't think we do, but well, we'll do it anyway. Why not? All right, UV maps. Add a new one. We're on the bag itself, and we're gonna call it pattern. And then we're gonna do our shading. Yeah, yep. Cool. Come back in here so I can see what the heck you're doing. And sure. And then Shift A, search. No, because it's going to be different, isn't it? I'm guessing. Well, let's see what happens. It's the scale that I'm not sure about. I'm curious. And then I'm going to go grab a E00 textures and man, and then tats, cybernetic tattoos, because we're using them for the Fulani before, and I think it's kind of cool. Let's try this one. I have no idea, but let's try it. And if we look at it, it's kind of interesting. Let's look at it by alpha. That's way better. Yep. Okay. And then UV map. And we want to be pattern into the vector. And I just want to see now what happens if we do this and this, join them together, mix. Take that to color 1. Give it there. Is the scale tweaking it. It's the scale is tweaking it everywhere. That's what I was afraid of. Damn it. Okay. So we won't do it that way. We'll do it this way. And I want to keep it that. So let's see. Can we just do that? But set it to scale of 1. And go to here and try this. Oh, it's the alpha that we want, not this color. Yeah, I'm here. Piss off. There we go. But it's still gonna go with, that will adjust our spacing really big, won't it? Oh, I know how we'll do it. Of course. Color, black, and then Shift A, search, mix, shader. This is how we're gonna do it. This is what I meant to do before. I just kind of got sidetracked when I was not paying attention. And this is also going to be scale of 300 with a color of black. And it's going to be driven by our yep. Cool. Okay. So now we got that going, and we can change the color too. But let's change the UV on it. So let's see how ugly this UV is. It's ugly. 7 U cube projection. It's better. It's still going to be weird because it's, well, I mean, it might not matter, but I don't hate that. It gets a little bit wonk, but not bad. Scale. I want to go down the center though. Let's scale it to there. Close enough. Turn off proportional to 2D cursor and scale. There we go. It's a little bit weird around the sides is my one problem with it, because that's how these things do. Let's just see what happens. We can always adjust it if we U and do a smart UV projection. Don't think I like it as much. Well, maybe I do, because we could do that. Yeah, all right, I can deal with that, I think. And then we'll take it and we'll just all mirror it this way. There we go. And we don't have it down the front, which is annoying, but there's this one. We just move this panel here. L. And the cool thing is because it is mirrored, you do get kind of a neat shape like that. No matter what you do, it kind of looks right. That's cool. L. Or is it, it's bearing from this side, right? Yeah. L. G. Scale. Here. I'm just tweaking. So There's really not a right or a wrong way to do this one. Let's go center again. Sometimes it's a winning strategy. I'm not going to argue that one, man. I think that's cool. I maybe wanted to cover the front thing just a little bit more. Oh, GY. Well, where are we missing that section? Is it this over here? Yep. Cool. That's better. Right. Liking it. I think that's cool. We'll go with that as our shape. I don't like the color though. But let's save it. And yeah, the patterns I think is neat. It's just some freebie, I think, or nearly free sci-fi cyberpunk tattoo pattern on ArtStation. I think I bought it from, but shading. We can tweak the color now anywhere we want. Maybe we want it to be red, or we want the other one to be red, and this one to be darker color. That's kind of neat. Make this red even lighter. And a little less pink, more to the orange side. Going with Darth Maul colors here now. Just so many different options for these sorts of things. Let's just hue. Seems like blues are sort of our color for this race. So maybe we do something like a blue-green instead. Again, because we're not doing Darth Maul. Do something like that. And that's, again, a lot less threatening and a lot more visible. Well, maybe not against a blue sky, but yeah, I think I like that. Because I'm not going for aggro pissed off people. Shockingly. We're still only at, look at this, we're at like 300,000 polys. We got nothing. We're doing great. Let us, I want to do a little bit on this thing. Tab, let's see what it looks like. Dot. Okay. Planar. Just two. Shift A. Circle. Not circle. Shift A. Sphere. Scale it way down. Ooh, yes. That's what we wanted. And then give it a sign. A nice yellow emission. Good. Cool. Let's see. Crashy lights. Crashy blender lights. Think I saved. Yay, crashy blender. Come on. Okay. We get it. Is it there? Cover, autosave. No, We lost it. Yeah, bastard. All right, well, it was easy to do. Not a problem. Oh, we're still in red even. We didn't even go back that far. We got to fix that. Okay, fine. Use saturation. Or blue, right? Color. Green. Just a bit brighter. Fine. Save. We're saved now. It's not a live stream unless it crashes at least once. Yeah, well, I'm glad you guys agree with that, because that seems to be the way lately. Grumble. Okay, this thing. Tab. There we go. Shift A. Mesh. UV sphere. Scale it down. Oh, I moved it further forward on this one. That's fine though. 7. There. Good enough. Save. Why am I sipping object? Oh, that's cool still. That's actually helpful, I think, this time. Light, yellow, add material, save. It seems to be mostly when I switch video modes. So like when I go from grayscale to whatever, then we have it happen. Cool. I don't know why, but tab, Shift D, G, Z. Come on. There's still one up there, right? Yes. That one built right. The top one didn't. Weird. That's fine. I don't care. Me, I don't care. Alt D, G, put her there. Why is it? Oh, it's not straight. Interesting. Like they're straight across, but they're not. Cool. Well, that's cool. We can't Alt D, but or well, we can, but it's coming at the bottom. But let's just fix it. It needs to be its own object, so we can edit it. GZ down a little bit more. There we go. 1. Yeah, that does come down. So those are there, and then 7. Shift D back to here, and then GZ. G. Top one lines up good. Bottom one, yeah, it's good enough. Save. Don't think we want one. Just contemplating if we wanted one like here. I think we'll just keep it where the frames actually intersect. Boop, 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 boop. Cool. Good, good, good. Now we can take all those lights. Join them all together. And mirror it across. Let's mirror it across the frame just to be sure. We should have it on both sides now. Yep, we do. Looks good. And let's make it a bit brighter. Like 15. Okay. Cool. And I think we want 1 or 2 more lights on this bottom section here. Let's just look. See if we can't even. It is mirrored, right? Yeah, it is. Can we just take this? It's mirrored on both sides, but we'll just remirror it again. and I E plus add material, and then edit again, and I E plus sign red this time, add material, and then one more. Let's take this one, I E plus sign, and add a green, add material. Control save, Alt X, mirror it back, Control save. Lights, they're very subtle. We not get the yellow one. Where'd the yellow one go? Sign. There we go. That's cool. That's not actually that subtle. I mean, it is, but it's not like it doesn't bother me that it's too subtle. I don't like that our door has all these panels on it. So let's go edit the door plus sign and give it, what were our mats that we had? Matte, medium, dark, or battleship? What's medium? That's just a straight gray versus battleship. Yeah, we'll do battleship. I think we need to do the same on the other side. Yep. So it definitely reads now more like a door versus just continuing part of the ship. That's what we want. Hey man, I mean, I like this guy. I think he's cool. Give him some more lights on here. Could let's look and see what we got. See if there's anything that like calls us as being a neat place to put a light. Because I like lights. Let's give it plus a sign yellow. Sure. So we're mirroring this side to that side. Excuse me. And then yeah, let's take this one. I E I E plus a sign, and we'll go with red. Sign. Tab. And not too many. I don't want it to be, it's not a Christmas tree, but just a little bit of lightage I think helps some. And I think maybe, I mean, lights on wings are kind of a thing, right? Although we took that there, but let's just take this tab 3. Oh, I'm underneath. It's the wrong thing. So, okay. Let's make sure we're on the right one. This one, yep. Alt X, mirror it. Okay, good. Save. There's our red and our yellow. Cool. Yep, that's good. And then just, actually, we'll do, which one do we want to edit? What are we looking at? There we go. That's what I wanted. I'm just going to make this red, the sign. I'm not even going to cut into it, I don't think. Control save. What did I do? Control save. There we go. Yeah, what are you doing? Okay. Red on both sides. Yep. Cool. Got some lights. Got some action. Let's get rid of our dude. Um, and let's give it an HDR. Sounds like a plan. HDR maker. I cannot remember. I think this one has skies, doesn't it? I always forget. Above the clouds. Yes, it does. I actually have a couple. Let's see this one. Add. I'm not sure. Not 100% sure I love that one. Let's try this one. Yeah, that's better. It's brighter. I don't think this thing's actually going to fly above the clouds that much, but I don't want to build an environment. um, this will let us get a render in place. I like that silky bag. It's looking cool. Let's take it to 8K. Camera. Photographer. Give it the airy. Lens. Anamorphic. Yeah, I feel like that shows off kind of what we're looking at pretty well for our first shot. Save it and give us a focus of on the there. So 31 meters. That's cool. Let's just add the 4 cameras. This isn't going to take long, and then we'll call it. Second camera is going to be kind of a front-on shot, I think. Seems appropriate. We're on this side, so let's stay on this side slightly. Don't break the 180 rules, but mostly a front-on shot. Cool. Save it. And again, focus. Almost the same depth. Great. Camera 3. Let's do from the top. Zoom in a little bit. Not really that exciting a shot, but does sort of help show what the thing is. Save it. The 180 rule. So when you're filming a TV show, in a scene, unless you're really careful, you never want to cross the 180-degree axis in any direction from where your first shot was, which basically means if your lead is, say, on the left of the screen, you only want to rotate in such a way that they stay on the left of the screen. If you flip it around so they're on the right looking the other direction, it gets confusing. So you stage within the forward 180-degree arc on your camera. It's a little bit of an older rule. People break it all the time now, but I think you need to break it with awareness more than just cuz. Um, yeah, so like I'm over here like this. I can go anywhere basically, let's say from here to here, and I'm in the 180 rule. But if I go from here, pointed this way to here, people get weirded out by it because they're like, what's going on? You've flipped more than 180 degrees. And let's kind of come up and do a like closer in shot without the bag. And do like that. I think is our last one. When you're doing concept art, it doesn't matter because like these are just pictures. I could do a full rotation. Nice pillow. Yep. And you know what? I do not like this. Metal sheeting print gray. I'm gonna turn it to battleship. I think it's gonna be better. Yeah, it's better. Get rid of that grunginess. In this case, getting rid of that grunginess is a good idea. And there's our fourth shot. Focusing 10 meters away. We're actually 10 meters away. That's always a default. Anytime I see that number, I don't believe it. I'm like, oh, I just haven't said it yet. But 10 meters away. Cool. All right, everybody. Well, thanks for hanging out with me. This actually turned out pretty cool. I like this one. I wasn't entirely sure, but I knew I wanted to do something a little different, and I like it. Um, the other option for the environment was probably going to be the landing field it sits on, but I depending on how this weekend goes, I may end up doing that myself. It's not that interesting. But I went out the other day for a walk and I 3D scanned a whole bunch of tree stumps, essentially small. They're ripping up a whole bunch of the trees in the park right next to my house. So they've gotten rid of all of the trees, and all that's left are the bare just stumps sitting in the ground. But it's pretty flat, easy to move around ground because it was in a park. So I got some cool scans of the bases of the trees that I thought might be neat for like a clear cut area to show. Um, I'll probably do that anyway. That's my next thing. Yeah, no, it turned out cool. Um, have a great weekend, everybody. I know I was really pissed off about the trees. Honestly, I really preferred the trees. They're going to do the road right next to that section. They're ripping it all up and redoing the sewer system, and I think they just wanted to get a space to work from and not have to worry about the trees. But it was very sad because they were like a thick grove of old pine trees, basically, and now they're gone. And it's just like, oh, there's some ugly, shitty houses when I go for a walk in my park. I'm like, great, thanks. Such is progress. Anyway, um, everybody have a great weekend. I'll be back again on Monday. We'll kick it all off again. Keep working on the planet. Um,